What's up, beat chasers? My name is Chase, and this is Chasing the Beats. Today I'm getting back into Ren, and the song that I'm going to be doing today is Troubles. And I saw that he has an official music video and he has an acoustic version, which I know that he does a lot of acoustic versions of his songs. So today I'm doing the official music video, and then maybe at a later time I'll come back and get into the acoustic version. So I'm excited to do it. I took the last couple days off of doing any videos. I needed to take a little break to kind of rest and recharge. I've been going hard on these videos. I think I have like 80 some odd out at this point. I've been doing this for a little over a month and a half. So yeah, I've been going hard. I needed a break. I'm taking a break. I took a break. I'm back. So without any further ado, let's do what we do. Let's react. Let's go. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now let's react. Let's go.
Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitter. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen.
Oh, I didn't know when to pause. Gosh, this is so good. But he just goes through his verses so quick that it's like, yeah, I'm probably at a bad point of pausing. I don't care. I'll come back and we'll rewatch it. Yeah, I like the very beginning because it's telling a little bit about his story, how this is a song of hope, and I'll take it back to the beginning so that you can actually read it yourself, just in case you missed it down at the bottom. But yeah, it talks about how he was bedridden and he went into a stress-induced psychosis, I think is what it said. And yeah, it was just really hard for him to come out of it. He wishes that he had uh, more things to cause hope for him, but yeah, he said, I don't reach into the past very much, for these shards and shattered glass and harsh paper cuts leave me stuck. When I reach in, memories are seeped in hydrochloric acid. I go to war and get passive. Um, yeah, I'm sure that it's tough for Ren to look into his past and see what he went through. I mean, uh, yeah, it's I can't even imagine what he went through. And from what I understand and what you guys have said in the comments, and leave more comments if you have more to say about this. But while he was bedridden, I mean, there was times where he couldn't do anything. He couldn't write. He couldn't sit up. He couldn't walk. But during that time when he did have the space and capacity, he was writing songs, and he wrote over 1,000 songs, which I don't think he's actually performed all of the songs. I know he has a lot out there. I actually don't know how many songs Ren has, but I know that he wrote a lot while he was down. Um, yeah, and freeze up. So hydrochloric acid. I go to war and get passive, and freeze up. Music helped the ice thaw. So yeah, honestly, music was his saving grace, and he's mentioned it in other songs. So that's not a surprise, coming in this song. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor, pull it out of the impossible Excalibur sword. The story of King Arthur is really cool. Excalibur's sword is, nobody was able to pull it out other than the rightful king, which was King Arthur. And so, pull it out of the impossible Excalibur sword is, yeah, it seemed impossible for him at the time to, go through what he was going through, but he ended up doing it, etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. So again, yeah, while he was down, a lot of his songs talk about the mental crisis that he was in and the pain that he was in. And so, yeah, etching notes, like I said, he was writing. That's what gave him hope. Yeah, we'll take it back. I'm not sure how far in the song we got, but yeah, let's take it back to the beginning, and you can read exactly what he was talking about. He's not singing the lyrics, but there are subtitles, if you will, or there's just writing down at the bottom. But yeah, pay attention if you didn't the first time.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent.
Woo! Yeah, the first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living, like yeah, so he was going through, a lot mentally and physically, and he was going to doctors, and the doctors were just telling him, it's all in his head, like there's nothing wrong with him, and come to find out, has Lyme disease, and that's a big part of what he's been dealing with. So yeah, the first day that he got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living because that took him down, that took him out. He wasn't able to do much, and 19 young teen waking up bitten, posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. So yeah, when it all happened, Ren didn't have a choice. He kind of just disappeared. He was stuck in bed. He was bedridden. He couldn't stand or do much other than write. And then hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. I know that Ren is agnostic, but there's times in my life where I don't know if there's a God or not, but there's been hard times in my life where, and it's been years and years since I've done this. I grew up religious, so I think it was more prevalent after I got out of the religion to be like, you know what, I'm having a really tough time. I'm going to pray to God, and hopefully it works out. But in this case, the gods weren't listening to him. The first year, maybe that was the hardest. I can see that. Waking up in the body that was buried like a carcass. So yeah, he's stuck. He's bedridden. Brain in the lion's den, body in a shark pit, waking up in pain again, aching, brokenhearted. Oh, I can't even imagine. I mean, there's days that I don't want to get up and get out of bed, but lucky for me, I'm able to get up and get out of bed. All of you that, are dealing with depression or anxiety that it's hard to get out of bed, you are still a step up from what Ren went through, because he was waking up in pain every single day. When I wake up with depression, I'm not in pain and I can get up. He was in pain every day and he wasn't able to get up. So, the silver linings, we got to count our blessings for what we got, that we luckily don't have to or didn't have to. And I know some of you probably have or do. We didn't have to go through the same things that Ren went through. So at least we can, understand what he went through and be grateful that we didn't have to go through that. And now he gets to stand up and stand in the fire and be an inspiration for a bunch of others.
Manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bedroom. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom.
Oh, I love that this goes, through the first 3 years of what he went through. Yeah, and then it talks, persistent little bugger. I was bouncing from doctor to doctor to doctor. like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren, every single question answered with a question on the end. So yeah, he went from doctor to doctor to doctor, and he just went back and forth. He was bouncing back and forth like a ping pong ball, and seemed like there was no end in sight. Every single question answered with a question on the end. So it was like, yeah, you answered a question with a question. That doesn't give me an answer. That just gives me more questions, and that's tough to go through. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams, that's a rough one. That's almost, yeah, I'm glad that he didn't give up on his dreams, but I could see why. And I've been there where it's like, yeah, I just can't do it anymore. Mind was severed from the means that helped me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. Oh, yeah, that's a lot going on in his head. I don't know what Lyme disease actually affects. I need to look that up. If you guys know, please drop it in the comments. But it says brain inflamed or brain was inflamed. The fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. So yeah, there's. I guess with Lyme disease, maybe it does affect your head more than just a mental game. But again, I'm not sure on that. I have to look into that. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me. O's in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Man, that's just so much to go through that, like, yeah, you think that you're going to die young. You don't think that you're going to make it. Like, how long can I live? I'm just living in my bed tomb. Like, yeah, I'm stuck here. I can't do anything. And when he rearranged the alphabet, everything spelled doom. Like, that's tough to go through.
Hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mom, but not because I'm a bum. Alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time a cop.
Wow. Yeah, I love his bars and his flow. And what I really like about this song is there's not like a chorus, and maybe it's coming. But either way, yeah, it's just straight through. Like, here's my troubles. Here's what I went through. It gives us such a deeper dive into his life. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. Man, that's rough. Yeah, to have to pop pills. I hate medication. Um, I use it as little as possible. I do take medication for my bipolar, and it's helped a lot, but it took a lot for me to even get to that point. So to have to pop pills just to survive, that's rough. And when you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline, 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. Um, yeah, like, okay, you're getting disability, but you're getting disability because you're disabled. Like, cool. Like that's great. 25 and the scars were etched. They cracked elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Like, how much can you take before you snap? Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision, visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. Like, I'm sure there were some devils in his mind that yeah, we're conjuring his superstitions. 25, living back at home with my mom, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. Oh, man, so here in Utah, we have something called seasonal depression, and the reason being for that is because during the winter time, the sky gets really gray and there's clouds, and then there's snow. There's less sunny days out. So the fact that he was stuck inside, like there was sun outside, and he just couldn't make it outside. Like, I feel for that so hard because I deal with seasonal depression. Like, when it's gray and when it's rough outside, like, I feel it and it affects me mentally. So the fact that his skin pale, never kissed by the sun, like the sun does so much. Like, there's times where I'm feeling really down and I go outside and, I stick my feet in the grass and I just let the sun bask over my body because it does so much for you. The fact that he wasn't able to do that was uh really rough. Like, I can't even imagine that being a yearly thing and for multiple years, like that will really take a toll on you. So props to Ren, honestly, for uh, being able to achieve what he's achieved with everything that he's dealt with. Like it kind of puts into perspective what we deal with and sometimes how much we blow it up and make a mountain out of a molehill versus what Ren went through. And again, we can't compare what each person goes through because it affects us differently and we can have the same trauma despite there being differences in what we went through. But god damn, he went through a lot.
Home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. Have on my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord.
Oof. Yeah, he doesn't stop, man. This song is so good. Yeah, his bars are great. The sound of it, like I'm really enjoying this song, and it's again, it's cool to go down this path with him to understand what he went through. And there is hope. There is more that comes from this, but the line that stuck out to me, there's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel, which before that it says, when you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Like he talked about the, what did he say? From the visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. So it's like, yeah, he was going through so much that it's like, man, it would just be easier if I just wasn't here anymore and I didn't have to deal with it anymore. And he talked about, I carved a hole in my chest just to fill. I wish that was a metaphor. The struggle was real. I don't know what that means exactly, but yeah, that's a lot. And he says it's not a metaphor, so he must have maybe done some self-harm just to fill. And I know here in Utah, especially, cutting was a very real thing for people that were dealing with a lot of stuff just to make them feel something. So I wonder if that's what it was. Fact 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated. Man, the pain sophisticated, like it's not just like a pain that you feel, like it's a deep embedded pain that was sophisticated. While I'm laying broken, naked on my back, I brought my microphone into my coffin, started dropping raw thoughts with the Grim Reaper knocking on the track. Ooh, yeah, music pulled him out of it, and this is it. Like he brought the microphone into his coffin. He couldn't do anything else. So what? You might as well start dropping raw thoughts, even though the Grim Reaper's knocking on the track. Then, man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon. Ah, on this treacherous road with a stem cell doctor with a generous glow and a cell transplant brought me out of the cold. Oh, I love it so much. He struggles so much, and we get to hear about how he came out of it. And my skin got younger, and my body got stronger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd used for this gift of gold. Like, I love this so much. Like, yeah, Ren came through it. He's an inspiration to me through all of this. He already was before all of this, but going through this song even more so.
And my body got stronger and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
If you're not already, make sure that you guys are reading this bottom because it's telling more about his condition and when he went through. But while I'm paused here, Yeah. Oh, Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Man, forgiveness is such an empowering thing to kind of let go. Like, why are we holding on to that hate and that anger? Like, especially when you're coming out of it and there's like stem cell research and a doctor that is finally giving to you what you've needed this whole entire time to forgive, in this case, the Lord, which I think I'd say the universe in a sense, like just forgiving what he went through. The music I give you, pain that I lived through, everything I've been through is yours to hold. And I take that for us. Like, everything that he went through is for us. He wants to be an inspiration. It's ours to hold. It's ours to resonate with. It's ours to take and hopefully come out of our own dark hole, whether we're dealing with, in this case, Lyme disease, ME, MCAS, POTS, fibromyalgia. And again, I know fibromyalgia a little bit more, but I don't know what all these people go through, but I know that it's a tough struggle. So the fact that he is giving us this music to hold is so important. So huge, and for him to recognize what he does for what he did for himself, but also what he does for people through his music is just incredible. So again, read the bottom. Don't miss out on that. Hope. I love that. I love that. Yeah, he had hope. He went through it. Yeah, there was basically, here, I'm going to take it back for myself to kind of read. Yeah, we all deserve a life free of suffering when we can find moments of real beauty and peace. Even things seem hopeless. I promise it, this is still possible. Like, you can come out of your dark times. Like, there is going to be a time when it's not nearly as bad as it was. Yes, and then until that day, I will keep pushing for more exposure, more compassion, more understanding. Like, yeah, he went through a lot, but he's still, man, he even said he came close. He came close to giving up so many times. Like, if you were there and you were close to giving up, don't. There hopefully is an end for you where the dark days get brighter, where you can be sun-kissed, where you can, have more for yourself. So don't give up. It's hard when there's a war with your mind and your body that's constantly going on that a lot of the times people can't see. Yeah, keep holding on, keep doing it, keep on keeping on. So yeah, love this song, love the message. I love that it just went through his life a lot more, and it was just continuous, and there weren't choruses. It just was a great outline of his life, and there's so much that he didn't say in this song, and I know that, but I'm glad at least I got a better insight to him and what he went through and how he came out of it. So yeah, guys, I'm going to do another Ren song, maybe one of Ren and Friends, maybe a collab, we'll see, but stay tuned for the next song that I react to. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave a comment. Always looking for more recommendations and suggestions, whether it be in the Reniverse or outside. I'm always down to discover new music. That's why I do what I do, and I love what I do. So give me that subscribe, and until next time, keep on doing what you do and keep on chasing the beats.